Welcome to the Midnight Frequency, supported by Aurora Quantum. Tonight, we're taking a trip into the strangest corners of the natural world. You think you know animals? Think again. Imagine a creature that bleeds green, another that can clone itself endlessly, making it basically immortal, or one that lives without a brain but somehow still learns. Some of these animals sound like they belong in science fiction, but they're real, and trust me, nature gets way weirder than you think. Alright, let's start with something straight up unbelievable. Imagine if, every time you got too old, too sick, or even too injured, you could just hit reset and become young again. No aging, no dying, just starting over forever. There's a jellyfish that actually does this. Turritopsis dohrnii, also known as the Immortal jellyfish. When it gets too old or too damaged, it reverts back to its earliest form, a tiny polyp, and starts its life cycle all over again. No other creature does this. Scientists have no idea how to fully explain it, but in theory, it could live forever. So, does that mean someday humans might figure out how to do the same thing? Or will this jellyfish be the last one standing when everything else is gone? Next up, let's talk about the axolotl. Looks like something straight out of a fantasy game. Frilly gills, tiny smile, permanently stuck in its baby form. But the real crazy part? This little guy can regrow entire limbs. Yeah, you heard me. If an axolotl loses an arm, a leg, or even part of its heart, it just grows right back. No scar, no damage. Just new tissue, perfectly formed. Scientists have been obsessed with these creatures, hoping to unlock their secrets for human medicine. Imagine if we could regrow lost limbs. No more prosthetics, no more permanent injuries, just regeneration. But here's the kicker, the axolotl is critically endangered. We're on the verge of losing one of nature's most incredible creations, before we even figure out its secrets. Alright, now let's get really weird. You know how most animals, including us, have red blood? It's because of hemoglobin, the protein that carries oxygen. But there's a lizard in New Guinea whose blood is bright green. And not just a little. We're talking radioactive-looking, alien green. Why? Because its body is packed with biliverdin, a pigment so toxic that it should kill any other animal. Yet somehow, this lizard thrives on it. Scientists think the toxin might protect it from infections or parasites. But here's the weirdest part, this green blood should stop it from carrying oxygen properly. And yet, it's totally fine. Better than fine, actually. So what's the secret? And could this bizarre mutation be useful for humans someday? Alright, technically not an animal, but trust me, this one belongs on the list. Ever heard of Cordyceps? If not, let me introduce you to the real-life zombie apocalypse for insects. This fungus infects ants, takes over their nervous system, and controls their bodies. The ant starts climbing to a high place, clamps its jaws onto a leaf, and then the fungus eats it from the inside out before sprouting out of its head. Scientists have found different versions of this fungus, each targeting specific insects, ants, spiders, even cicadas. And the creepiest part? It doesn't just kill, it controls. Makes them move in ways they never would. Now imagine, what if something like this evolved to affect bigger creatures? What if one day, something like this jumped into mammals? Or humans? We like to think we understand the world, that we've classified every species, figured out how life works. But the more we really look at nature, the weirder it gets. Creatures that can cheat death, heal themselves, change their biology in ways we can't even explain. Sometimes, science fiction has nothing on the real world. So the next time you see something weird in nature, don't just assume it's normal. Because chances are, it's even stranger than you think. This has been the Midnight Frequency, supported by Aurora Quantum. Until next time, keep your eyes open, and your curiosity even wider. Because the strangest things aren't in our imagination, they're right here on Earth.